All right. So we got Sun aspecting Mercury. I got some water on my face. We got Sun aspecting Mercury out of the way. Now we're doing the second luminary, so Moon aspecting Mercury in the natal chart. What does this mean? So here, the Moon receives the impressions of the mind. The Moon rules our intuition, our imagination, our instincts, and our feelings. The Moon rules our subconscious mind. It's a very receptive planet, and it deals with past lives, cycles. It deals with the mother. This is the eternal feminine. The Moon represents that true feminine energy, where the Sun would represent the true divine masculine energy. When we bring Mercury into the mix, we have communication, we have the mind, we have sales, the internet. Mercury is how we exchange information. This is our self-expression, whereas the Sun would be our self-expression through our actions. Mercury is our self-expression by what we say, what we think, how we give and receive information. Mercury rules short distance travels. And again, here the Moon receives the impressions of the mind. So the Moon also has another name for it, which is Soma, and Soma means body. People who have Moon aspecting Mercury in their chart feel their intuition, feel their thoughts in the body. You would primarily feel it in the stomach and the solar plexus area, because that's where Cancer rules in astrology. This makes somebody on the, I guess, more harmonious end or beneficial end of these aspects. It'll make a person extremely intuitive. So that's the conjunction, sextile, trine. This person will, okay, this makes a person extremely intuitive. The body and the mind have a harmonious relationship here. You trust your thoughts, you trust your feelings, you trust the impressions you see. Moon is a very sensitive planet, so you trust the energy that you feel from others. Moon aspecting Mercury on a positive end means that you have good relationship, good communication with the mother. You have a very good relationship and communication with your brothers or the males in your family as well. Very good relations with the neighbors, with the community. This makes a person have excellent memory, and this person may have traveled a lot growing up. So maybe you moved just a lot in your neighborhood, or maybe you went to different elementary schools and middle schools as you were growing up. This person would be excellent in writing fantasy novels, kids or children's books. This person is a daydreamer. You are a poet. You are a poet or a painter. You may be a very excellent singer. Moon rules the public, so you would do excellent in the limelight, displaying your creative abilities. You have excellent manifestation abilities. You are a writer. Moon aspecting Mercury would make you an excellent writer. So it's important that you work with maybe word magic or spell magic, and that's simply writing down your affirmations, journaling, gratitude lists, things like that. You want to listen to soft music while you write, maybe listen to you want to continue to feel inspired here. So soft colors, soft music will inspire you. Being around nature, being around children, being around animals, maybe cooking yourself a nice meal before you sit down and start to organize your thoughts would be very excellent for people who have Moon aspecting Mercury in the natal chart. So on the disharmonious end, these people tend to live in the past. The Moon represents the past lives. It also rules over cycles. So this represents cycles of the mind. Moon aspecting Mercury on the disharmonious end, maybe the squares and the oppositions, or again, this could you can have a trine here and have two planets that, you know, are deep in a water sign, and this can make you, this is harmonious because of the trine, but the disharmonious aspect or the disharmonious energy that's playing out is a person who's deeply stuck in the past, who cannot get over the thoughts and the cycles of the mind, and this leaves a person paralyzed. When we talk about paralyzation, we're talking about the nervous system, so that's Mercury here. So we have the emotions and the feelings paralyzing the nervous system, preventing a person from acting and making decisions, right? Regardless of if you have a trine here, a square or opposition. We're just talking about, I guess, the extreme negative characteristics of this energy. This person can take emotional offense to what others say, and this makes an individual extremely sensitive and oftentimes an overthinker as well. You may spend a lot of time just really replaying in your mind conversations from earlier in the day and things that you could have said better when you were arguing. You're that type of person. You speak from the heart no matter what it sounds like. So this can also make you a total asshole, just like sun aspecting Mercury. And for you, is really moon aspecting Mercury is going to be, it's just how I felt. Like, this is really just how I felt. So I just felt like I had to say it, you know, and you might use that as an excuse, but it can make you a total asshole. On an opposite end, this can make a person quiet or shy. It can make it very hard for a person to communicate. The moon brings illusions. It brings confusion. So this may be a person whose communication is very unclear, and it's hard for them to get their points across. This can also bring confusion between how one feels and the logic and reason behind they feel. So this can also start to bring up moral and ethical issues. So here a person truly needs to learn how to balance the heart and the feelings with the mind. So you have to spend time in meditation. You have to spend time in a home environment, especially if you have, for me, I have moon opposite Mars, not Mercury. I have Mercury. It's almost there, but it's not. But a lot of people who may have the opposition between moon and Mercury, or the square, might have grown up in a rough home life. It may have been a lot of turmoil in the home. Maybe you were verbally abused at home. So you want to start to take control of your own mind. Write positive affirmations for yourself. Tell yourself positive things. If you can, get to a home life or a place where you feel comfortable, because moon represents the home. So you want to live with people and be around people who are going to verbally uplift you and not put you down. So this was my analysis on moon and Mercury aspecting one another in the natal charts. Let me know what you think. I'm like tongue-tied. Let me know what you guys think. Let me cut this off.